I heard one line that I was hoping we could sing
We asked
together as a
questions.
refrain. Tell me your story, I want to know about you.
We illuminated creativity.
Just get their hands next to each other's hands.
We raised consciousness.
To change the misperceptions of our school and what goes within and the side of Santa Fe.
And above all, we began to strengthen our community and the collective imagination that comes from culture which connects us to one another.
We're building a framework for a better future, not just to define our present, but to define the future for those who follow us.
I'm very appreciative that this initiative is named Culture Connects, because I think that's a strategic choice of words, in that culture can connect us.
The whole thrust of the potential of what I see your project doing is to foster and nurture and seed our imaginary for a culture of appreciation.
I think coming to this was really important because I've learned so much as to what culture really is, and that there's so much more to it, and I think that this is a great thing to continue.
The reason why Santa Fe is such a cultural hub, why the whole world wants to come here, is because of our culture.
It is about the spaces where we gather.
These are places that we come and that we gather to be able to do things such as artwork, just dance and those type of things. Safe havens. Architecture has built safe havens for community also. The greatest expression of a community's culture is through its architecture.
It's about our traditions.
Es dependiendo tu tradición, es dependiendo tu familia. Un altar, hacer tamales, que si no encuentran flores las hagan, que si no encuentran cualquier cosa ustedes intenten hacerlas, pero yo quiero que sigan con esta tradición.
It is about our creativity.
That is a lot about what culture is building upon, holding on to some kernel that makes you smile inside and feel kind of grounded, but then saying, I'm going to turn it into something else.
It is about our basic need to express ourselves.
I've concluded that culture is not something we have, it's something we make, something we do. And I'm very aware, and as I get older, I'm more and more aware all of those things come from our very deep need to be connected, to be someone. It comes out of our need to be in love. It comes out of our sorrow. All of that produces the need to do something, make something, say something, sing something, touch someone in a way that says, thank you. That to me is become the work.
What's interesting to me, and I think what came out the strongest, is that there is so much culture in Santa Fe that is not what the tourists see. Not the opera, not the plaza. This neighborhood is full of culture. It's full. We have so many different cultures operating in the same neighborhood. And there's a sense of community in that I find very valuable to me.
The accumulation of red dots. And what was interesting was that one side was the airport road, which is, where there's an accumulation of businesses and residences that is mostly the people, the immigrant community has settled around that area. And then the other was Las Campanas, which is also immigrant but of a different type.
I still feel a lack in being able to engage in the part of the community that I don't, that I miss. I'm missing a whole part of the community just because I'm Anglo, I think. I live in the barrio, and my neighborhood is wonderful, and I feel very comfortable in it. I work in the community garden. There's a lot of things that connect me with the place that I live, with this city. But I still feel a lack, and I don't know how to overcome it.
We were putting dots on the city, and we were identifying locations that we feel safe or that we feel culture resides. And we decided to put some dots on ourselves because this is where culture resides.
The reason I brought it is because we are divided in our culture. We are divided by the traditional society and the modern culture. And my significance is I came to Santa Fe to heal myself.
I've brought with me a shovel. And the shovel is actually to remind us about the acequia. And I think that acequias are a wonderful part of our culture for so many reasons.
An example of what I've discerned just in the short time of being here, that this is really a small city in terms of population, but everywhere I look, there's something interesting popping up in terms of art and social justice, art and crossing boundaries between communities, art that has meaning for people, kind of like wild gourds.
It is about identity.
Nos enseñó a nosotros quiénes éramos desde muy pequeños, que tuviéramos orgullo de ser mexicanos y pararnos en nuestros pies, firmes.
It is about the divisions.
A lot of the people I've felt since I've lived here have become somewhat siloed. The music people are concerned about the music venues. The art people are concerned about the museums. The religious people are concerned about the churches and the ceremonies. And on the few occasions where I've seen people mix, where 2 or 3 or 4 of those things have come together and kind of overlapped, and people have specifically designed events to appeal to more than one of those audiences.
We need an invitation to honor other cultures. How do we answer the tensions? How do we answer the displaced? How do we integrate culture? Tell me your story, I wanna know about it.
It is about the youth.
So this project is about Capitol High School on the south side of Santa Fe, the premiere at the Lensic of our movie.
I'm just so excited about the arts in this town. I love my city, and it truly is unique in the area of arts. And our kids deserve to know everything there is offered to them so that they can stay here and they can get their degrees and make culture grow, because culture is identity, it's knowledge, it's family, it's symbolism, it's art, it's our life. So that's why I'm here.
Sometimes it's our own culture that can stifle the understanding of our own selves and other cultures, because growing up in my family, they didn't encourage me to do music. They said that is something that is a luxury. You need to have wealth to be a musician. Against all those odds, I actually decided to come here to Santa Fe because I found a school, and I decided to pursue world music. It opens a whole new world of understanding.
It is about telling stories.
So what we try to do is, by telling stories, create a culture around health rather than something that's told to us that we should do.
It's important to know our history and make sure we don't do what they did when it's bad.
It is about creating spaces.
There's a moment in which there's an opportunity for us to connect as human beings in spite of our differences. And I think that when working with young people, I think that one of the key things is to create a space in which they can come in. I feel like it's a metaphor for what we're looking, when we talk about culture, it's that space between, it's a space between people.
It is about creating opportunity.
For me, my way of sort of coming into community, becoming a native, to create opportunity for people who can take advantage of that.
It is about getting each other's hands next to each other's hands.
Posing the question of what type of activities that we can do collectively. Occupy the spaces like what we're doing right now, to just get their hands next to each other's hands.